Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Very quick update for Bitcoin. We can see Bitcoin has actually held its low from yesterday, coming back down, retesting that trend line again. I'm expecting price to start to move higher from here. Can we come a little bit lower? Of course we can. We can come down closer to 86,000, maybe as low as 85,000. I'm not expecting Bitcoin to trade below this swing low here, which is the last low on the 4 hour, obviously coming in at the end of last week on Friday. And look, we've seen this happen year after year. You've got something called the Santa Rally. It is known about in the stock market. I do think stocks should push higher over the next few days, and I am expecting crypto to follow. We will take a quick look at the stock market in a moment, but as you can see here, just on the 4 hour, then we are trying to put in a higher low. Obviously, what will I want to see from here will be us to break out from this descending trend line to clear this high from back on Monday, and then we should really start to accelerate back to the upside, back to the mid 90,000s. So that is going to be the first area that I'd be targeting, back to around about sort of 93, 94,000. If we can push on from there, then we should be good to head back towards 100,000. Just zooming out then, we can actually see on the weekly here, these are the major supports that we've currently got in play, and this is a big reason why I'm taking this long, because we've been able to hold above this support for some weeks now. The price does seem to be respecting this longer term trend line we've got in play here, which is really basically our bull market trend line. It's coming in from the low of last summer, sort of August, September time, and it is reconnecting here. And we've got this 100-week moving average. So if I actually go onto this chart, I think I've got it drawn a little bit cleaner here. You can see this trend line coming up, and obviously the moving average as support. And I am expecting the bounce here following this path up to as high as around 104,000. So that is the move I'm looking to play from these prices here. That is obviously on Bitcoin. So just going back down to the daily chart, but you can still see I've got the bear flag that we're still currently in here. So we might just come up here to 100K and reject and then start to dump, or we might push a bit higher. But I am expecting this bounce soon. If we look at the stock market, we can see that the Nasdaq is looking strong as well. The Nasdaq, I think, comes up to this trend line, and if we can break that trend line, we should be pushing on higher. I think to around sort of, well, above 27,000. I'm thinking the Nasdaq does break out to start off the new year. The S&P as well looks to be making its way up towards its all-time highs too. So obviously we held support at the 50%. We've held this descending trend line, breaking it on the daily, but recapturing the next day back above the 20-day moving average. Everything's looking good for stocks here. It looks like the stock market is really about to rip higher, and it's really hard to see Bitcoin and crypto not getting a tailwind if the stock market's going higher. Why is the stock market going higher, you might ask? Well, we've seen the VIX get absolutely crushed. The VIX is back to levels basically from last summer, or sorry, this summer, should I say, when we were pushing to new all-time highs. If we look at August, and then kind of what we did until the VIX really broke out early October, and if we just look at what the S&P did during that time period, if we go back to August, we can see August really up to early October, we put in a very, very nice up move. Let's take it from around here up towards a high, around about sort of a 4.5% up move on the stock market. And obviously, if we did something like that again from these VIX levels, then that would put the S&P to obviously to new all-time highs, but around about 7,200. That's pretty close to our 1.618 from the recent swing high to low. So I do have that as a bit of a target. Let's just draw that on now whilst we're here. So I could see us coming into this level here on the stock market. And it's hard to see the stocks going to these levels and Bitcoin not catching a bit of a tailwind and carrying on. If we take a look at the precious metals, we can see that metals are going absolutely parabolic. Gold, new all-time highs, another daily all-time high today. Silver as well. all-time highs, new all-time highs today. However, silver is running into an area that I will be a little bit cautious coming into. It's coming into the point 618 or 1.618 fib extension from the previous bull market parabolic high to the previous low, multi-year swing low, swing high to swing low here. And I would expect silver to maybe get some resistance there. So yeah, I mean, to see precious metals doing this, dollar still looking fairly weak. If we go into the weekly chart, we can see that the dollar is coming back down again. I am expecting a bounce at some point, but like I say, not from these levels. I'm expecting the dollar to come down lower, at least into these trend lines here, probably into this box I've drawn here, maybe even lower, to create some sort of move into some more sort of horizontal resistance down to the 786 from the whole entire multi-year moves. And pressure on the dollar, precious metals up, stock markets poised to go to new all-time highs. Why is crypto not moving? We don't know. It is a complete mystery at the moment. But yes, just going back to Bitcoin then, I am expecting things to start moving to the upside. And obviously you can see the path I've got on the chart. I'm expecting us to push up to that 100K range. So let's see. Let's see if it works out or not. Very quickly on Ethereum. Ethereum, same move. I'm expecting, obviously, originally was expecting a bit of a push lower, but potentially this is all we're going to get. Maybe we do turn around from here. Obviously, if Bitcoin does, I'll expect Ethereum to, Solana as well. I'm expecting Solana to start to turn around. It's come to into its point 618 on the 4 hour here, and looks to be finding some support, and hopefully we get that bounce. So yeah, I'm just going to finish off with Bitcoin then. So the trades are still open that I took on yesterday, which I told you about, in a very, very small profit for now. Obviously, if you haven't yet followed me on X, I do recommend following me on X. I have recently rebranded, so link should be in the description. I'll double check it before this video goes up, but it is Cy the Trader at X, so you can find me on there. So it's going to be at Cy the Trader, and I am doing daily updates on there. I've already updated today a chart of Bitcoin saying that obviously we need to hold this level on a longer term time frame, and that is where you can get all the sort of more minute by minute updates as they happen. So yes, I'm making an active push to obviously get the X a lot more active, and I'll be back on here with you. The plan is every day, so hopefully every day. I might take a day off for Christmas Day tomorrow. We'll see, but I do want to come out with a stock market update as well. Just looking at some individual stocks over the next few days. So if that's something you're interested in, if you're looking to maybe diversify out of crypto into a little bit of stocks, please do. Watch out for those videos too. But hopefully you're still enjoying the crypto updates. Look, crypto's at my heart. It's what I do, so I'm still going to be making the crypto videos. So even though there is the name change now to Simon the Trader from Crypto Trader Simon, I'm still going to be trading the cryptocurrency. I'm still going to be coming up with frequent updates, letting you know my thoughts, letting you know where I think the market is going to go over the next day, week, months, over the next year. So yes, obviously stay tuned for that. And yeah, if you have enjoyed this, please do help support the channel. Hit the like, leave a comment as well if you'd like to, or if there's any feedback you've got for me. And obviously have a fantastic Christmas as well. And I'll talk to you all very soon. GM, GM, GM.